6 lucky numbers to hit the jackpot on the 1st of August, 3rd and 5th, 2025, Buddhist teachings. What if your lucky number wasn't just about chance, but about change? What if the right number could do more than win the jackpot? What if it could shift your energy, focus your mind, and align you with something deeper than luck? Welcome to the Journey of Wisdom, where today we're diving into 6 powerful numbers that don't just hold potential for August 1st, 3rd and 5th of 2025, but for your inner transformation as well. Rooted in Buddhist philosophy and ancient numerological insights, these numbers aren't picked from thin air. They're rich with meaning, intention, and symbolic power. From balance and freedom to clarity and contentment, each one carries a message that may be exactly what your soul needs to hear right now. So whether you're hoping to attract prosperity, align with purpose, or simply find a little more peace, this video is for you. Take a breath, get centered, and let's explore how the right numbers, combined with the right mindset, can become your guide to not just fortune, but fulfillment. 1. Balance, freedom, and ethical living. Number 5 is more than just a number. It is a symbol of sacred balance, spiritual freedom, and ethical living, deeply rooted in both Buddhist philosophy and universal truth. In Buddhism, 5 is the number of the elements that sustain all life: earth, water, fire, air, and space, each one representing a vital energy that brings harmony to our inner and outer worlds. But the power of 5 goes deeper, as it also reflects the 5 precepts, the moral guidelines taught by the Buddha, to help us live with awareness and compassion, to avoid harming living beings, to respect what is not given, to engage in respectful conduct, to speak truthfully, and to keep the mind clear and free from intoxicants. In today's fast-paced world, where we're constantly pulled in different directions and bombarded with distractions, these 5 principles become an anchor, a steady compass pointing us back to integrity, peace, and clarity. As the Buddha wisely said, "Just as a candle cannot burn without fire, men cannot live without a spiritual life." So how do we tune into the power of 5? Begin simply. Each morning, breathe in deeply 5 times, each breath honoring one of the elements. Feel your connection to the earth beneath you, the water within you, the fire of your motivation, the air that sustains your breath, and the infinite space that holds all things. As you exhale, repeat gently in your mind, 5. Let that word settle you, root you, calm you. Write the number 5 on a small note and place it where your eyes will meet it each day. It will become a gentle nudge back to your center. And when the powerful dates of August 1st, 3rd and 5th, 2025 approach, create a small ritual of release and renewal. Write down 5 things you wish to let go of, perhaps fear, procrastination, resentment, and 5 blessings you want to call in: love, creativity, health, peace, and purpose. Let this sacred exchange be your way of inviting both freedom and transformation. As Lao Tzu so beautifully reminds us, nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. So let the energy of 5 become your rhythm, your reminder that balance and abundance come not from striving, but from aligning. Let it carry you toward a life where freedom and grounded wisdom coexist, a life where jackpot moments come not only in luck, but in the quiet joy of inner peace. 2. Number 11. Alignment and awakening. Take a breath with me, slow, steady, and calm, because what I'm about to share isn't just about lucky numbers. It's about connection, alignment, and the quiet messages the universe sends when we truly listen. The number 11 has deep meaning in Buddhist teachings. After the Buddha reached enlightenment, he took 11 steps, and with each one, a lotus flower bloomed, a symbol that every step we take in life can lead to awakening. So let me ask you, what dream are you ready to build? One mindful step at a time. The number 11 isn't just lucky, it's a sign of alignment. Think of those moments when life flows effortlessly, a call at the perfect time, a sudden opportunity. That's not chance, that's connection. As Thich Nhat Hanh said, smile, breathe, and go slowly. Let the number 11 remind you of that wisdom. Try this. Each morning, breathe deeply and repeat 11 to yourself. Write it on a small note and keep it close. It's a gentle nudge that you're in tune with something greater. A woman named Rachel from Texas did just that. She began using 11 as her daily anchor, meditating on it, writing it down, equals, and within days, not only did a job offer come through, but she felt more at peace. The number didn't bring magic, she said, but it brought me back to myself. So now, I ask you, what does the number 11 awaken in you? Where can you slow down, listen more, and align with your path? The lesson is simple. True luck begins when we're fully present. Let 11 guide you, gently and clearly, one breath at a time. 3. Number 30. 8. Infinite harmony. Let me share something powerful with you now, something that could change how you approach life this August 1st, 3rd and 5th of 2025. It's about the number 38, what some call a lucky number, but in truth, it's much more than luck. It's a symbol of infinite harmony. You see, 3 represents the union of body, mind, and spirit. Your 3 essential energies that shape how you live each day. The number 8, when turned on its side, becomes the infinity symbol, a reminder that your potential is vast, unending. When you align your body, mind, and spirit, you don't just get by, you flourish. Think about that for a moment. When was the last time you truly felt in sync with yourself? The Buddha once said, "With our thoughts, we make the world." That means your reality begins within you. So, how do you tap into the energy of 38? Start with stillness. Each morning, take a moment to sit quietly. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, inhaling hope, exhaling fear. Whisper the number 38 gently, as if it were a sacred mantra. Let golden light fill your imagination, warming every part of you. Then, write down 3 meaningful goals, big or small. Next, map out 8 simple steps you can take today to move closer to each one. No pressure for perfection, just honest movement forward. Even the tiniest action speaks volumes to the universe, telling it, "I'm ready." This is not about superstition or waiting for luck to knock. It's about creating the conditions where transformation naturally unfolds. Can you feel the shift when you approach life with intention instead of chaos? Let the energy of number 38 guide you this August. Revisit your dreams, speak them aloud, feel them in your heart. Don't just hope, align. As the Dhammapada reminds us, all that we are is the result of what we have thought. So what are you choosing to think, feel, and become? Let this number be more than a symbol. Let it be your quiet revolution, your commitment to harmony, growth, and infinite possibility. If you've watched up to this point, you're already aligning yourself with the energy of abundance guided by Buddhist wisdom. Comment below with Lucky Journey to show your intention to welcome good fortune on August 1st, 3rd, and 5th of 2025. Don't click away just yet. There's still more insight ahead to help you attract prosperity and inner peace. Stay until the end to unlock the power behind these 6 lucky numbers. 4. Number 21. Build your dreams. Let's talk about something that carries both ancient wisdom and practical power. The energy of the number 21, what many call the master builder of dreams. This isn't just mystical talk. In numerology, the number 21 is known for its ability to balance vision with action, reminding us that dreams, no matter how grand, need structure to stand. It's like building a home. You can have the most beautiful design in mind, but without a solid foundation, it won't last through life's storms. In Buddhist teachings, 21 symbolizes the many qualities of enlightened beings: patience, wisdom, and a quiet, unwavering commitment to freedom, not freedom in some distant sense, but the kind of inner freedom that comes when we live with purpose and clarity. The Dalai Lama once said, "A disciplined mind leads to happiness." That discipline isn't about force. It's about showing up every day with small, thoughtful steps. And that's exactly what 21 teaches us. It asks, are you building something real or just wishing for it? In today's fast-moving world, it's easy to feel discouraged when things take time. But remember, a slow build is not a failure. It's a form of strength. Start your day with a quiet moment. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out tension. Picture your goal not as a mountain you must conquer in one leap, but as a structure you're building, brick by brick. Repeat the number 21 like a gentle drumbeat in your chest. Feel it ground you in patience and direction. Now, write down 21 small actions you can take this year. Not dramatic, not perfect, just real things you can do to move forward. Maybe it's one phone call, one walk, one conversation, 1 hour of focused work. These tiny bricks form the path to your dream. As Lao Tzu wisely said, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step." Take 21 deep, slow breaths and let your heart reconnect to what truly matters. Ask yourself, what am I building today that my future self will thank me for? Don't just chase your dreams, build them. Let the number 21 remind you that success isn't sudden, it's crafted, day by day, choice by choice, breath by breath. 5. Number 66. Mastery and abundance. Let's talk about the number 66, because this isn't just a lucky number for August 1st, 3rd and 5th, 2025. It's a symbol of abundance and personal mastery that's deeply connected to Buddhist teachings. The number 6 is already powerful, representing the 6 paramitas, or 6 perfections: generosity, ethics, patience, joyful effort, concentration, and wisdom. But when doubled into 66, that energy is magnified like a mirror, reflecting your higher self back to you. It's a number that reminds you that abundance doesn't come from the outside. As the message says, you are not waiting for abundance, you are abundance. In other words, you're not chasing after something you don't have. You're learning how to access what's already within you. And to make this real in your life, you can bring 66 into your daily practice. Repeat the number softly at sunset. Place it under your pillow to guide your dreams. And once a week, focus on living one virtue fully. Try writing down 6 things you're grateful for and 6 goals you're aiming for. This simple act begins to rewire your mind toward growth and peace. There's a man named Brian from Portland who once shared that during a tough time in his life after a layoff and a divorce, he began using the number 66 as a focus point. He committed to living one virtue a day. On Mondays, he practiced generosity by volunteering at a food bank. By Friday, he was meditating on concentration. Within 3 months, he landed a new job, reconnected with his daughter, and most importantly, felt at peace with himself. Was it magic? Not really. It was mindful effort guided by a powerful symbol. So I'll ask you now, which of these 6 virtues speaks to you most today? And what would change in your life if you embodied it with your full heart? 66 isn't about superstition, it's about structure, intention, and self-belief. When you begin living each day with clarity, practicing kindness and purpose, something shifts inside you. The lesson here is simple. You already have the seeds of success. Water them with patience, effort, and wisdom, and abundance will no longer feel far away. 6. Number 43. Transformation and growth. Let me share something with you that just might change the way you think about growth, purpose, and your own path to success. Because the number 43 isn't just a lucky number. It's a powerful symbol of transformation, and it's calling to you now, especially as we approach August 1st, 3rd, and 5th of 2025. You may wonder, why 43? Well, in both the universe and Buddhist philosophy, there are no coincidences. Every number carries energy, a message, a lesson. 43 is like a golden bridge between who you are today and who you're becoming. But here's the truth. No bridge crosses itself. You have to walk it with courage, clarity, and faith, even if you can't yet see what's waiting on the other side. This number is not just about progress, it's about transformation. As the Buddha taught, nothing is permanent, everything is subject to change. That includes your doubts, your struggles, your fears. 43 tells us, these challenges aren't barriers, they're stepping stones. The number 4 brings the energy of stability and grounded strength, while the number 3 adds creativity, adaptability, and joyful flow. Together, they form the perfect formula for change that doesn't just disrupt, it builds. So let me ask you, are you holding on to stories about yourself that no longer serve you? Are you ready to stop just surviving and begin thriving? If that resonates, try this simple practice each morning. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and take a slow breath in. See a golden bridge stretching before you. As you breathe out, step onto it in your mind. Silently repeat the number 43 and feel your readiness to evolve. This number is a personal affirmation. Write it down on a sticky note, your journal, your mirror, wherever you'll see it daily. And each time you do, whisper to yourself, I am on a journey of transformation. I am ready for new opportunities. I believe in my growth. In Buddhist thought, progress isn't about rushing, it's about awareness, about intention. So on August 1st, 3rd, and 5th, and on that day, write down 3 things you want to change or let go of. Speak the number 43 as you write, and really feel those intentions becoming real. The energy of this number is like water. It softens, it shapes, it moves through obstacles over time. As Rumi once said, try not to resist the changes that come your way. Instead, let life live through you. You didn't find this video by accident. The 6 lucky numbers shared here could be your key to unlocking fortune and balance in life. Type Fortune Awakens in the comments if you're ready to receive what the universe has in store for you. Stay with us to the very end. There's more wisdom waiting to guide your journey toward abundance. Contentment. Knowing enough is the key to staying rich. On the journey to find happiness and success, many people keep asking, how can I become rich? But few ever stop to ask, how can I stay rich? The Buddha taught that the greatest wealth isn't stored in banks or vaults. It's found in the mind that knows enough. Contentment isn't about giving up on your dreams. It's about waking up to the truth that happiness doesn't depend on how much you have, but on how you feel about what you already have. Think of water. If you're constantly thirsty, you'll always be chasing. But if you know when to drink, and how much, your body and your heart stay balanced, nourished, and calm. Number 1. Contentment doesn't kill ambition. It awakens clarity. In today's world, where notifications, comparison, and consumerism constantly flood our minds, the sense of not enough has become a quiet epidemic. It sneaks in through social media scrolls, workplace chatter, and even family gatherings, convincing many of us, especially between the ages of 30 and 65, that we're behind, lacking, or somehow falling short. But here's the truth. That sense of lack doesn't come from your paycheck, your calendar, or your possessions. It comes from the mind, a restless mind that chases more without ever pausing to acknowledge what is. That's where the power of contentment comes in. Contrary to what many believe, contentment doesn't smother ambition or put a cap on personal growth. Instead, it brings clarity. It filters out the noise and lets you hear your own voice again. When you embrace contentment, you stop running after what others have and start listening deeply to what actually matters to you. This shift is not about lowering standards, it's about elevating the quality of your dreams. The Buddha once taught, health is the greatest gift, contentment the greatest wealth, faithfulness the best relationship. This quote reveals a deep truth. When you're grounded in gratitude, your dreams aren't driven by fear or envy, they're powered by clarity and peace. In real, modern terms, that might mean choosing a career path that nourishes your soul rather than simply chasing a promotion for status. It could mean prioritizing your well-being over the illusion of busyness, or saying no to commitments that pull you away from what you value most. When contentment becomes your inner compass, ambition doesn't diet, becomes refined, focused, and sustainable. You start to ask, what do I truly want and why? This question creates space for purpose to grow. As motivational speaker Jim Rohn once said, learn how to be happy with what you have while you pursue all that you want. That balance is not just possible, it's essential for a meaningful life. If you constantly measure your worth by what you lack, you'll never feel whole. But if you begin with gratitude, your goals will have a solid foundation. They won't be driven by fear of missing out, but by love, meaning, and alignment with your values. This shift in mindset is especially important as we age and begin re-evaluating what success really means. In your 30s, 40s, 50s, and even 60s, clarity becomes more valuable than speed. You've learned some of life's harder lessons. You've seen that chasing doesn't always lead to satisfaction. So now, let contentment be your guide, not as a finish line, but as a starting point for a more peaceful, purpose-driven life. When your heart says, "This is enough," your mind becomes free to dream in healthier, wiser, more fulfilling ways. Let that be the kind of rich you seek, not just one you can count, but one you can feel. Number 2, true wealth is within and can't be taken away. Let's talk about something that many people overlook while chasing success. The kind of wealth no one can steal from you, your inner wealth. You may have already experienced how quickly money can come and go, how possessions can be gained and lost, and how external success can be fragile. But here's what remains untouched, even in difficult times: a content heart. The Buddha referred to this as unshakable wealth, the kind of richness that comes from developing virtues like kindness, wisdom, patience, and gratitude. Now ask yourself, in moments when things didn't go as planned, what helped you stay grounded? Was it your bank account? Or was it your ability to stay calm, your relationships, your values, your inner peace? That's the real wealth. Because no matter how successful or well-off someone may seem on the outside, if their inner world is filled with restlessness, envy, or fear, they're not truly rich. On the other hand, someone with less material comfort but a peaceful mind, a kind heart, and a clear conscience may actually be living with deep abundance. When you stop treating life like a race you have to win and begin to treat it like a meditation, thoughtful, intentional, and present, everything starts to change. You stop measuring your worth by how much you earn or what you own and start recognizing the quiet value in things like a healthy body, time with loved ones, and peace of mind when your head hits the pillow. This doesn't mean you give up on goals or ambition. Instead, it means you no longer chase happiness as if it's something outside of you. You become the happiness you once thought you had to earn. So, let me ask you, what are you currently chasing, and is it costing you your peace? Are you trading your well-being for a finish line that keeps moving? If so, maybe it's time to pause and reevaluate what being rich truly means to you. When we focus only on external wealth, we can miss the deeper joy that comes from living with gratitude, compassion, and awareness. But when we develop inner wealth, every area of life starts to feel more meaningful, even the simple moments. The next time life feels uncertain, remind yourself that you still have access to the most important kind of wealth, the one inside of you. As you walk through life, build your foundation on what can't be taken away, because the real jackpot isn't found in a bank balance. It's in your mindset, your heart, and how you choose to live. So, here's the lesson. Don't wait for more to feel enough. Practice being enough right now. That's the secret to lasting wealth, and it's already within you. Number 3. Contentment reduces worry and increases peace. Let's take a moment to talk about something that quietly shapes the way you experience your entire life, the practice of contentment. If you've ever caught yourself thinking, if I just had a little more money, a better job, a bigger home, or more recognition, you're not alone. That feeling, the belief that happiness is always one step ahead, is something many of us carry. But have you ever stopped to ask, when will it be enough? You see, the mind loves to live in the next moment, always chasing, always calculating. And while having goals is healthy, constantly needing more creates a loop of worry, fear, and never-ending pressure. Practicing contentment doesn't mean you stop dreaming. It means you start appreciating. It means you no longer live trapped in the future, but grounded in the now. As long as your peace depends on the next thing, the next raise, the next vacation, the next achievement, peace will always be just out of reach. But when you say to yourself, I have enough right now, you return to the only moment that's truly real, this one. And in this moment, if you look closely, there's often already enough air to breathe, enough light to see, enough love to give or receive, even if quietly. The Buddha once said, "Let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little. If we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick. If we got sick, at least we didn't die. So let us all be thankful." That teaching is simple, but it's powerful. It calls us to see the blessings already here. So, how do we begin to shift from craving to contentment? Try this. Every morning, before checking your phone or diving into the rush of life, place your hand gently over your heart and whisper, "I have enough." Say it even if your mind resists. Say it especially when your heart feels tired. Then write down 3 small things you're thankful for, not huge accomplishments, just the everyday goodness. A warm cup of tea, a smile from your child, the stillness before the world wakes up. These little moments, when noticed, become big sources of calm. Because gratitude is not just a feeling, it's a habit, and it's the soil where contentment grows. The more you water it, the more your mind settles. You begin to worry less, fear less, and feel more peace, not because everything is perfect, but because you've trained yourself to see what's already working. So let me ask you, honestly, what are 3 things in your life right now that you could be thankful for if you slowed down long enough to notice? What if, instead of always fixing or reaching, you chose to simply feel the richness of the moment you're in? That shift from lack to enough is where real peace lives. And the beautiful thing is that peace isn't waiting in some distant future. It's already inside you, just waiting to be noticed. If this message touched your heart, take a gentle step toward peace by commenting, "Right now, I have enough." You don't need to explain or think too much. Just type those simple words as a reminder to yourself and a quiet affirmation that contentment is already within you. Number 4. Contentment is freedom. Let's talk about a kind of freedom that's deeper than what any paycheck or promotion can give you, the freedom that comes from contentment, the kind that allows both your wallet and your heart to breathe with ease. Many people believe that more money automatically means more freedom, but if we're being honest, how many people with high incomes still lie awake at night worrying, comparing, or feeling like it's still not enough? That's because real freedom doesn't come from how much you make, but from how clearly you understand your needs and how peacefully you manage your desires. The Buddha once said, "It is a man's own mind, not his enemy or foe, that lures him to evil ways," reminding us that our biggest battle is not with the economy, but with the voice in our head that keeps whispering, "You need more to be enough." When you live with contentment, you take back control from that voice. You begin to spend with purpose instead of pressure. You stop buying to impress people you don't even know, and you start making choices that honor your values rather than chase validation. That shift is powerful. It turns every dollar you earn into a tool for peace, not stress. In modern life, where debt is normalized and instant gratification is just a click away, choosing contentment might feel like swimming upstream. But it's exactly this choice that leads you toward both financial and emotional liberation. A person who knows how to say, "This is enough for now," holds a power that can't be measured by numbers. That person doesn't get pulled into the endless race for more, nor do they fall into traps of spending out of pride or fear. They experience a kind of peace that can't be bought, the kind that comes from alignment between what they have and what they value. So let me ask you, are your spending habits moving you toward freedom or pulling you into quiet chains of stress and expectation? Have you ever paused long enough to ask, what does freedom really look like for me? When you do, you may find that it looks more like breathing space, fewer bills, meaningful choices, and time with people who matter, not just digits in a bank account. As author Joshua Becker said, "The first step in crafting the life you want is to get rid of everything you don't. That includes unnecessary expenses, emotional clutter, and the belief that you need more to matter." In truth, contentment is not about settling, it's about seeing clearly. It's the lens that reveals what's truly valuable, what's worth your energy, and what isn't. And when you learn to live with that clarity, you gain the kind of freedom that no market crash, no status symbol, and no outside voice can take from you. Number 5. Contentment attracts the right kind of luck. Let's talk about something that many people overlook while striving for success and happiness, the kind of luck that actually lasts. You may have noticed this in your own life or observed it in others. Some people seem to always be chasing opportunities, working non-stop, networking with intensity, trying to grab every chance they can get, and yet, the more they grasp, the more things slip through their fingers. Then there are those who appear calm, grounded, and centered, and somehow, good things seem to come their way with less struggle. Why is that? It's not just coincidence or good karma, it's a reflection of the quiet power of contentment. When you stop constantly reaching for more, something shifts in your energy. You begin to move through life not with desperation, but with peace, and that peace is magnetic. As the Buddha wisely said, "What you are is what you have been. What you'll be is what you do now." In other words, your present mindset, how you think, feel, and carry yourself, shapes what you invite into your life next. If you're always focused on what you lack, your actions and energy carry that tension. But when you feel content, your mindset is one of sufficiency, and the world responds in kind. This isn't about passivity or giving up ambition. It's about trusting that what's truly meant for you will flow toward you more easily when you're in a state of inner balance. So let me ask you, are you chasing things because you believe you need them to feel worthy, or are you open to receiving because you know you're already enough? That question alone can uncover a lot about your current relationship with success, abundance, and happiness. The truth is, life tends to meet us at the level of our own belief in sufficiency. People are drawn to those who radiate calm confidence, who are not trying to impress or compete, but who simply show up with authenticity and gratitude. In a world obsessed with hustling, contentment is a quiet rebellion, one that brings with it the kind of luck that doesn't disappear overnight. It's the kind of luck built on real relationships, sustainable choices, and a deep trust in life's timing. When your inner world is aligned, when you know who you are, what matters to you, and where your peace comes from, your outer world naturally begins to shift to match that energy. That's why contentment is more than just a feeling. It's a foundation. It teaches you how to attract rather than chase, how to magnetize rather than manipulate. So here's your takeaway. Slow down, breathe, and check in with yourself. Are you operating from a place of fear or from a place of fullness? Because when you lead with contentment, life has a way of meeting you with gifts that stay, not because you forced them, but because you made space for them. And there you have it. 6 powerful numbers, not just for luck, but for aligning with deeper wisdom, purpose, and peace. Whether it's through balance, transformation, or contentment, these numbers invite us to reconnect with ourselves and the present moment, because real wealth, as the Buddha taught, begins within. If this video brought you clarity, inspiration, or simply a sense of calm, I invite you to support the journey of wisdom by clicking like, sharing this with someone who needs a gentle reminder, and subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you won't miss our upcoming videos on mindful living, spiritual insights, and timeless Buddhist teachings. Until next time, stay grounded, stay grateful, and may wisdom always guide your path.